God. Just we're going live, man. Alright. Can't see nothing. Got light in my eyes. Alright, guys. We're getting ready to start streaming here. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's the Rantin Review, episode 2 for whatever this new format's going to be. Hope you guys are having a good day today. What's up, CJ Barnes? Good to see you out here. We're going to be talking about some stuff today. And let me know if this game is too loud or not. Let's lower the volume a little bit. Let's lower the volume a little bit. What's up, man? So, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got the Raw on Netflix to talk about. We got some stuff. So there's a controversy happening in New Japan, and I want to talk about some other stuff too, because this is mostly going to be a wrestling show, but I'm so bored of wrestling these days. Hey, what's up, Daddy Dev? Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, we're going to check out a little Black Myth Wukong, because I finished, Scotty Boy, who's usually in the chat, knows this. I finished Black Myth Wukong, and I'm doing another playthrough of it. But I've gotten all the way through, so we're going to play a little bit of this while I give some of my thoughts on some things that are going on. But they've got the challenge mode now. So they got the challenge, is Return of Rivals, and you can basically fight all the big-ass enemies from before. So we'll play around with this a little bit, and then we're going to get into some stuff. So how you guys doing? Anybody check out the Raw? I know a lot of my viewers, you guys don't watch a lot of Monday Night Raw, or a lot of WWE in general. We'll just try this one. Let's do this challenge. The challenge is immense, yet the great sage will always prevail. Let's try the hard challenge on this guy. But if any of you guys watched it, let me know. Let me know what you guys thought about Raw After Mania. Quanji says, boy, oh boy, what a dump for a debut show was Raw on Netflix. Based on the reviews. Oh, wow. Yeah. We're going to watch, because I figured we can do this. We're going to watch one of my peers' reviews. You guys are probably going to like who I'm going to watch today, of their thoughts on Raw After Mania. We're not going to do the whole video because I don't want to get copyright strike, but let's. All right, anybody who's played this game knows this knows this son of a bitch. Freeze up. Hit you with yourself. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Oh, no. So, I mean, I thought, for what it was, I mean, it's a Monday Night Raw. I haven't watched a Monday Night Raw until last night, like the whole show, in forever. Uh-oh. Whoa! Didn't know he took that much life away. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a tough challenge. I am taking no life off of him whatsoever. But I didn't think it was a bad show. I didn't think it was a terribly bad show. I mean, I've seen worse Raws before, but there's definitely stuff about it that I did not like. Get the big hit. Oh, yeah, he's still not dead? God damn, dude. This is a tough challenge. I'm hitting him with himself. I'm hitting him with everything, and he's still not dead. Alright, we're not do this. Nope. Nope. No, And boom! Vanquish. Wandering White. Done. See what you guys got to say. Hey, Chris Hickey. I met you at the New Japan show at the Cow Palace where Cody faced Kenny Omega. Yeah, that's the one where Hiromu got his neck broken. Good to see you again. I remember that time frame, 2017, 2018. We were traveling around a lot. A lot of us wrestling fans, New Japan fans, the traveling fan days, those were awesome. Cow Palace, Walter Pyramid. There was a couple other New Japan shows I traveled to. The ones that all got sold out. Hoping to go to All In this year if we got Omega and Kenny. Omega and Okada. I definitely want to see that one. Yeah, it was an Oz show. What's up, everybody? Good to see you, Arby. This was my annual Raw viewing. Kwanzi says, hell no, I didn't watch Raw, let alone any WWE show for that matter. Soulless Corporate Slot. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. All right, let me see. Let's do, I guess I'll try to do a different challenge while we're on here. The Punk's Rollins match I really liked. I really liked Punk and Rollins. I thought that was well done. That was a good match. For WWE standards, it's a match of the year. Absolutely. They told a good story with it. It's just too bad it took a lot to get there. Chris says Raw on Netflix was as expected. Rock segment went too long and wasn't expecting for Hogan to get royally back. We gotta talk about that too. That's funny. Let's see. Which rival? Where were we at with rivals? I was doing all of these. And oh shit. I stopped at Tiger Vanguard. Alright, we'll try it. I'm gonna do the easy Tiger Vanguard. Hopefully he's not gonna kill me. Bloodline story over. Rock versus Cody over. Yeah, I guess so, man. I mean, I guess the Bloodline, they're gonna move on to something else. We got the what do they call it? The Ulalafa. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that for anybody who's Tongan or Pacific Islander. Samoa, but it's all good. All right, what we got here? What's this guy gonna do? This guy wasn't that hard. Never mind. It's the other Tiger Vanguard. Oh, you son of a bitch. Nope. Okay. Oh, he didn't do that before. Uh-huh. Oh, that was quick. That was easy. Never mind. I thought that was going to be harder than what it was. All right. You got Tiger Vanguard. 21 seconds. 21.81. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. RB says, the only good thing about Raw was the moving graphics and Hogan getting booed. Oh, yeah. They brought back the moving graphics. Those are always kind of cool. I always did like those. Back in the day when you got the... more wrestling companies need to use that. Fuban. Alright. Let's get Fubar with Fuban. Quanti said it was bad in the sense that for all the hype it was getting for months, only to get 4 matches in 3 hours, random ass hell celebrity. There's a reason for that, Quanzi. And the whole Hulk Hogan segment. Yeah. The Hogan segment, I was not surprised at all he got booed. I mean, for those of you who might not know why, Hogan is a Trump supporter, and I'm not getting into the stupid politics of it all because I don't really care one way or the other. I'm not Democrat or Republican. Can't stand either one of them. Oh shit. No, you big son of a bitch! Oh my god. Freeze up. I didn't even get anything out of that. Oh fuck. Alright. Move out the way. Yeah, but I didn't think it was out that bad. But again, I'm not expecting a lot from WWE. I don't ever expect a lot from WWE. As far as wrestling show is concerned. Because it wasn't a wrestling show. It was a sports entertainment show. It definitely was sports entertainment all day long. Here we go. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Where are you going? Uh-huh. Oh, he kicked me. Shit. Oh, and he disappeared. Where are you, sneaky bitch? Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. And... Nope. It's just stuck it. Oh, okay. We're gonna play it like that, are we? Man, I can't get away from him. Uh-huh. Oops. He didn't even hit the... Okay. We're aiming at the wrong thing. There we go. Get his claw. Get his claw. Get his claw. All right. Why are you aiming at that? Monkey. Freeze him. Got him. All right. Fubon is Fubard. John Barber. What's good to see you, man? John Barber says, wait, so is Undertaker... LOL. Choose your battles, dude, and if you don't want to support, don't comment or talk about it. Interesting. Tell Mama Rose I said hello. Like, what the fuck, Cody? Go kick his ass. What's up, Walls Money? Good to see you. Yeah, 4 matches in 3 hours. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. All right, we're going to put a pin in good old Wukong here for a second. And let's look at some of the stuff. I want to see what some other people are saying about Raw after Mania, Raw on Netflix. The one thing is, I tuned into it and I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Again, I haven't watched a full Raw in years, and the thing that strikes out to me is, man, there's so much brainwashing with this shit. Like, okay, so about 30 minutes in, we all know how the show started. The Rock was going on and on about stuff, and he was giving praise to the actual customers of WWE. It's not the fans. It's the corporate heads of Netflix and all these other corporations and these people that are paying this money for WWE because that's their main customers. They are a business-to-business company. They are not a business-to-consumer company anymore. The fans are part of the product to sell to Netflix and the USA Network and to Time Warner. Or not Time Warner. That's Tony Khan's sales. But that's pretty much what it is. It's not like they're it's not like that show is meant for wrestling fans. And you know, unfortunately for us who like wrestling, who actually like wrestling shows, I've said it a couple times already on different videos that the era we're in right now is what is this? Iron Tough Greaves. Maybe I should try that. We're in a era of where we're just into the, what do you call it, cinema? I guess that's what we're calling it now. I call it the melodrama era because there's so much melodrama with WWE. And it's funny, the opening graphic that they had, that opening montage with Triple H's narrating, basically confirmed what I said. It's a narrative. It's a storytelling. He talked about the storytelling. They are selling that stuff, man. And the melodrama. And I was like, well, there's a confirmation. It's about melodrama. The arena looked awesome. All the lights and the stuff, and they were like Cena said, there's people everywhere. There were people everywhere. They weren't like that when he was on top, by the way. But there were people everywhere. It looked great on television, but it's too much for me. Like, I can appreciate them for what they do, but you're flashing lights and subliminal messages and loud noises, and it's like Quentin Tarantino said one thing about movies. He's like, he likes to go see his movies in like the most rundown theater because if it ain't good in a rundown theater, if you need all the tinkling of the glass and 4K HD, surround sound, 3D, IMAX, if you can't enjoy your movie, if it's not without all that shit, then your movie ain't that good. That's from Tarantino about movies. I kind of had the same feeling about wrestling. If you need to throw all that stuff at people and stun them into feeling excitement, then is the show really all that great? Or is it just that you're throwing all that stuff on top of it? Because honestly, 90% of what I saw on Raw is not all that different from what I see on Dynamite. Like, it's the same stuff. It's the same, people come to the ring, blah, 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 but WWE's presentation is light years ahead of AEW's. And that's really what it is these days. So that was my thoughts on that. Raw, The Rock going on and on about all these corporate guys and them showing all these people in the crowd, and it felt like hey, look, WWE, we're mainstream, we're just so insecure, we're popular. See, WWE, your fans, we are cool. The rest of that wrestling sucks because it's not as cool and mainstream as we are, even though we paid most of these people to be here. Again, for the atmosphere, for people to like that, there's some people that's what wrestling is for them. And I'm not going to crap on them for that. I crap on them when they try to tell me and those of us out here who like pro wrestling shows that, oh, your stuff sucks. It's like, no, we don't need all that stuff to enjoy a wrestling show. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where my stance is on all that shit. The Hogan thing was hilarious because Hogan just. And it's not even the Trump stuff. It's also the stuff, you know, he's had some racially boneheaded comments in that whole lawsuit he had. There's Hogan's reputation in the business ain't all that great either. So it's like, why did you choose him? I know why they chose him, but I think that's just kind of, I think it's just telling how like tone deaf they can be about stuff. All right, so I think we got everything here. Let me swap out of this. I want to change the language back to English, and we're going to quit this for now. Return to title screen. Oh, quit the desktop. Yeah, let's quit the desktop. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go check out some of the news from the wrestling world today. Hey, Roll Tide, what's going on? There were no storylines. There was no storylines at all? I mean, they had storylines. They wrapped up the Tribal Chief storyline. I think, again, the presentation was amazing. But one thing about that, again, back to the whole, they need all of that shit to throw that shit on screen. Remember when Roman and Heyman, after the match, they're walking through that gorgeous shot of them walking through that lighted hallway? Looks amazing. And then they get in there and he's like, what does he say, January 28th, 27th, whatever it is, but he's my Tribal Chief, the next time you're going to be there. And then they close the door and it's an advertisement for 2K. And I'm like, God damn, dude, you need to cram every inch of this show with advertising. It's like watching a 3-hour commercial. That's the problem that I have with watching weekly WWE TV. If it's a pay-per-view, I can deal with it. If it's a pay-per-view, I'll accept it. Okay, this is WWE. They're going to pump themselves. But it's too much. It's too much. For me, it's too much. If you guys like it, if anybody out there likes it, I'm not ragging on you for liking it, but I'm just saying my personal opinion, that's not what I can't watch that every single week. I don't know how you guys do it. That is too much for me. I can't do that. I can't do it. What was the other topic in there? Drew McIntyre had his match with Yeet, Jey Uso, who's got, man, his entrances and all of that. And I'm watching these people, and they're all like, just sing along, man. Do the thing. Sing along to the song. Oh. It's funny how they make fun of Tony Khan and Adam Copeland for being rah-rah AEW. That entire Raw Netflix show is 3 hours of WWE basically sucking its own dick. It's like, look how awesome we are. And it is awesome. But that's all it was. It was like so much Raw. Oh, man, Raw, we're so great. And Pat McAfee and Michael Cole should never dance on the table again. I don't ever want to see that again in my life. But the good is Punk and Rollins. Punk and Rollins, on a good note, that was pretty damn good. That, again, like I said, is match of the year. Somebody did note that that ending was very similar to the ending when Punk beat Mox over in AEW. So there you go. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got some news here to talk about. Let's look at this. Let's see what some people are saying about Raw on Netflix. So we got there's Punk jumping off the rope, and then there's The Rock doing his electrifying entrance. There's Hogan. It was crystal clear no one wanted Hulk Hogan on Netflix Raw. All right, we'll check out. You know what? We'll check out. That's not ups and downs. We'll check out ups and downs. Let's see what ups and downs were. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I think we can do that on this channel. I think we can. If we can't, they'll let us know. Let's see. Raw, Netflix, ups and downs. So Simon Miller is one of the few YouTubers that I actually can stand watching. So let's see if we can do this in a way that we can. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't want to hear him because he talks too much. But let's see. He's giving stuff ups and downs. What's he giving a down to? What's he? Repo Man. What the fuck? All right.
I have this, which is the finger of power. When we like something, we say up.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like something, we say down. And we remind everybody, no matter who you are, wrestling is meant to be fun. So we're always going to be positive peeps. Sound good? Let's go. It's a brand new era. Because Raw is now on Netflix. Now I knew that.
Simon's funny to me because he's so like the slapping in the head thing, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna be positive PD all the time, positive PD, positive PD." Oh boy, he gave. Let's see, what did he give an up? The Rockets an up. Oh, he gave it down to something. What did he give it down to?
Well, up in 2024, and it'll be easy to get back to. We still kind of kicked it out the window. So when you do put it all into a little package, you do have to give it a down. Like the final boss should be exclusive to WWE, and what a great advert that would have been. You want to see this entertaining human again? Only on Monday nights. So I don't think we'll ever talk about this again. Which is not the direction I would have gone. You also need.
Oh, yeah, he's booking the show again. I mean, that's one thing I always try not to do is to try to book the show. Because a lot of people give negative feedback to shows when it's not what they would have booked. And I'm like, I'm not writing the show. I say that all the time because I'm an author. Some of you know I write books and I ghostwrite for people. And if, Penta didn't show up. Penta didn't show up. But if I write something, I do not want people telling me how to write my story. So if you didn't like it, sorry. But that's what it is. Cena came back. He's declared for the Royal Rumble. The funny thing about Cena is that Cena's stuff, he's the same Cena he was, and this is the funny thing about wrestling now. He was just as cringe as he was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, but now everybody's like, yay! And I said on Twitter, I was like, look, his cringe is now kind of charming because we know he's at the end of his career, so we can kind of give it a pass because he's not the man anymore. But people, don't lie, people. All of you hated his ass for 10 years. Y'all hated this man for 10 years. Don't act like all of a sudden now, like, oh, he's the greatest of all. No, you're not. And he's not the greatest of all time. On any metric, he's only the one that was on top the longest. That's all it was. But look at all that stuff here. He gave something else a down. I guess it's to the Rhea Dom match. All right. And there's Rhea Ripley with The Undertaker. Don't understand what that all was all about. Cody and The Rock shaking hands behind the scenes. Okay. Drew and Uso. Seth Rollins and his... We got to sing the Oh, Whoa, 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 Whoa song. That was pretty good. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's, So what did he give it? A 9 out of 5.
Did bring us to the end of the first ever Raw on Netflix, which I keep saying because it's ingrained into my brain. And listen, I will say this. Was it slightly disappointing given what I think we were expecting? Yes, but I do understand it. I am repeating myself once more. I just think WWE expected loads of new eyes on the product, and I hope that does happen, because I just want professional wrestling to be as successful as possible, and it was a pretty cool event to be a part from, even from my couch on my ass. Giving it up.
Problem with that, though, is that it's not really professional wrestling. It's sports entertainment, and I know people don't like that distinction, but how much wrestling was on that show? It was 30 minutes before we got the Roman solo match. 30 minutes of talking, showing millionaires and billionaire business executives and sucking our own dick about how great the WWE is throughout history. I don't know. Let's check out the chat here. Let's see. Quanzi Tom says, to be fair, I don't have much of a problem with the look of the ring mat. I mean, look at how New Japan... Yeah, I'm surprised it took WWE that long because of the money you can make from sponsorships. That's how New Japan makes a lot of its money. UFC does it. Boxing does it. Most combat sports do it. It was the one funny thing it's the one thing that WWE kept sacred about wrestling was that Vince did not want the mats tainted with advertisements. But now in the new era, TKO... we're going to make as much money as we can, and that is the thing above all else. Even though I thought the show was amazing to look at, I love Punk and Rollins as a match, but it was a 3-hour advertisement. That's what it was. Scotty Boy says, Hogan, hey, Scotty Boy, Hogan is a liar, and we all know this. Nicholas KJ says, maybe a bit off topic, what's your take on this Chris Charlton 2-month suspension? We're going to talk about that in a second. Let's see. Scotty Boy hates to yeet. Says John Cena hasn't changed for over 20 years. Arby says Tanahashi is light years better than Cena, then, now, and forever. Walls T Money says, I hated Cena for a long time until I look back at his matches and promo. He really changed his style after his feud with Punk. He did. The best era for Cena for me was when he was the U.S. champion, and he had all those great matches with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. He had that one with Rusev, where Rusev wrestled 45 minutes straight on the show to get the match and then wrestled his ass off against Cena for the U.S. That was, I think, Cena's best in-ring work was the U.S. Challenge Series. Luis Diaz Rodriguez says, I am beginning to like AEW going to small venues is giving good energy and better lighting. I think AEW is B-. Now the problem is perception. 2024 was ripple effect of 2022, 2023. I think slowly rebuild the year. I was optimistic about that, but let's talk about their partner, New Japan. So we got some problems. Well, I have problems, as you guys know. The reason I'm doing this now is I got another damn copyright strike. I have talked to the person that sent me the email, and they were kidding. So apparently my strike came with a bunch of other strikes, and it was... It was just bad timing on them sending me the email going, you shouldn't do this. And I was like, why? And then I got a copyright strike, but then it was everybody else's. So okay. So I'm not being targeted. Thank God. I was getting a little antsy about that because it was just weird because of what I was talking about that all of a sudden, like an hour later, my video got stricken. So I'm not going to, I take it back. It wasn't on the people I think it was. However, this is a bigger problem. So the reports are, as we can see here, WrestleZone says NJPW's Chris Charlton on indefinite hiatus after anti-AEW commentary. He's been suspended. Backstage news on Chris Charlton being suspended. So let's see. Who's the best? WrestleZone. So you guys want to check out the WrestleZone one, Wrestling Inc., or Wrestling Headlines one? Let's see what the chat's saying. Roll Tide says, it's the same, never decent. Fair enough. Ernie Truth says, incredibly unfair what happened to Chris. I get it's business. It's a business partner, but it added to the storyline. True, but, you know, wrestling people have very thin skin. We'll see. That show wasn't for me, but their fans are happy, so. Interesting. Okay. Let's check out WrestleZone's one. Let's see what they have to say about this. So. Oh, from Meltzer. Okay, Dave Meltzer, the Wrestling Observer, reported the news after Charlton was absent from New Year Dash. I did watch New Year Dash. That was the least eventful New Year Dash I've ever seen. I do like the direction they're going, but we'll talk about that in a second. Chris Charlton is on an indefinite hiatus from commentary due to his yeah, we already read that. Chris Charlton sparked some controversy with his comments during NJPW x AEW Wrestle Dynasty, as he referred to AEW's Tony Khan as a money mark during his match between Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd. He also somewhat criticized what former NJPW stars Will Ospreay, Jay White, I remember, yes, and Kazuchika Okada have done since they joined AEW. Furthermore, he was critical of AEW's Continental Classic tournament. I brought that up too. The Continental Classic, honestly, was actually booked better than a G1 this year, but those, even though they're similar tournaments, again, I know wrestling people don't like distinctions. They're both round-robin tournaments, but the Continental Classic and the G1 are totally different vibes. The G1 is far more grueling. It's the whole show is about the G1. The Continental Classic is part of Dynamite, the weekly Dynamites, the weekly collisions. I thought the semifinals and the finals this year were absolutely amazing, and ending with Kazuchika Okada and Will Ospreay. I don't care what anybody says. That was the best idea. It made sense. You want Okada to win that one because we haven't seen that Okada. That's the first time we've seen that Kazuchika Okada really since 2022. Even back when he was in New Japan, he wasn't this. So that was the first time we saw real Okada in years. And then, of course, it dovetailed into Omega coming out and them having the setup for All In. So I don't really have a problem with that. And Ospreay's not going to be hurt by that, even though he has lost 3 matches. It's Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is the biggest star babyface in AEW right now. So I agree with him on that. I don't agree with this that Jay White, yeah, but Jay White's been injured most of the time, and Okada and Ospreay have been doing a lot. Ospreay's been doing a lot, and Okada they finally got back to where he was. So I'm not so sure about that. Sean Ross Sapp says he reported an update as he wrote that Charlton was actually suspended for 2 months. Per Sapp, some backstage praised Charlton, of course, because there's these factions in New Japan right now, which that's a rumor I've heard that seems to be confirmed now. But others thought that he was out of line. Per Sapp, NJPW claimed that AEW and Tony Khan did not have an input on the suspension, but sources said that AEW was not happy about the comments. Since Chris Charlton deleted a tweet about his commentary, he has yet to comment on the situation. Wow. NJPW, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they got a relationship. Um, I mean, Charlton. All right, so Charlton, from what I've, well, we can see it now, but what I've heard over the last couple of months is that there's all these little factions backstage in New Japan. There's like the Zach Charlton, that faction of the guys like, hey, we're going to stay here. We're all New Japan, whatever. There's then the Rocky Romero side, which is like, hey, we want to expand into the States. We care about New Japan strong in the States and our partnership with AEW in the States. And there's this other factions. There's the Dick Togo faction. There's Gato's little group behind the scenes. And apparently, again, this is rumors, but the rumors are now starting to bleed into the show. Um, this could be a problem. And I'm worried about if New Japan is getting pulled in all these different directions with stuff like this. It's not good. And Chris Charlton, sometimes I agree with his stuff, sometimes I don't. Him and Walker with all of the excessive homoerotic commentary with every time the House of Torture is on, we got to hear like 95 dick jokes. It gets a little old. But that aside, Charlton is probably one of the most knowledgeable people about New Japan. He can translate, even though they could just get. I mean, these days you can get an app that'll translate it on screen for us for the Japanese. I use my app all the time to translate what the guys are saying. I worry about, though, that this is going to tear New Japan apart in a year that they should be coming together. New Year Dash, they set up 3 matches I'm very interested in. They set up Kushida and Konosuke Takeshita for the Never Championship. I want to see that. I never thought about that matchup, but Kushida and Takeshita, that match should be amazing. Gabe Kidd is now going after the Global Championship against Yota Tsuji, continuing their rivalry from, 2 years ago at the G1 where Gabe dived over the table and beat up him and Shota. What was the third match? There was a third one on there. Goto's going after, this is not one. Goto's going after Zach for the championship because Goto won the New Japan Rambo. And there was one more match that they were setting up. It's Kushida and Takeshita, Gabe Kidd and Tsuji. And let me think about it. This is really good water, by the way. I have a really dry throat, so I got to drink a lot of water. Yeah, I forgot. It'll come to me. There's a third match that when I saw where they were going with it, I was like, ooh, that could be good. That could be good. So, we didn't get the War Dog change. Apparently, they're still going to hold off on it. Finley kind of disappeared in the aftermath of that match they had in New Year Dash. Driller. Driller is now moving up to heavyweight. He's going to be taking on Shingo Takagi, which all 3 of those are great matches. And I think Gabe has now, this is what should have happened years ago. Gabe has now gotten the rub from Kenny Omega. As much as he doesn't want to admit that's what it is at kayfabe, his character doesn't want to admit that. He doesn't need the Kenny Omega rub. Someone in New Japan needed the Kenny Omega rub. And that amazing match he had with Kenny has now elevated Gabe Kidd. As those of you who have been watching my show for a long time, I have been praising Gabe Kidd for over a year and a half and said this dude is going to be the next big thing. And now finally, everybody else is starting now to see it. So I'm not patting myself on the back for it, but I mean, you guys knew the same thing too because I see your comments all the time. All of us have been saying Gabe Kidd, he's going to be the guy in 3 years to be like, when's he coming to AEW? Is he going to be the surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble? We're going to enjoy Gabe being Gabe right now, us New Japan fans, because we need something to cheer for. So Gabe kicking ass, keep kicking ass, Gabe. Just appreciate everything he's doing for New Japan right now. Let's get back to the chat a little bit here. Let's see. Jarit Henderson, hope I'm pronouncing that right, says it was definitely a low blow to AEW. Will C says wrestling fans still like nuance. That's true. And Kwanzi says no, WWE fans don't like nuance. I guess because all 3 promotions run on 3 different TV channels. Yeah. Chris Hickey says, I was about to watch New Year's Dash. Thank you for an assessment of the show. Now I don't need to watch it. Saves myself an hour. Yeah. This year's New Year Dash, it was kind of disappointing. Like I said, the main things that came out of it is the 3 matches that they're pretty much, I assume they're setting it up for the New Beginning shows. And those 3 matches, Drilla and Shingo, Kushida and Takeshita, and Gabe Kidd and Yota Tsuji, I'm definitely watching that. That's going to be awesome. Ernie Truth says he's not wrong that everyone who left NJPW for AEW has been diminished. Maybe not Will, but everyone else. That's true. That's true. I don't think Juice or Jay White, but again, Jay White's been injured a lot. Okada, we just finally saw him become Okada, but Will Ospreay, he's been the golden child of AEW all year. So he's the only one I can say that, yeah, it definitely worked out for him. My glasses are on crooked? Probably. Looking like an idiot. Okay. Umino and Okan. Umino, I don't know what's going on with Shota. Like, clearly there's a direction they're trying to go with him. I'm not sure if it's going to work, though. Drilla and Shingo, that should be good. I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on with Bullet Club. Yeah. Kenny just made Gabe Kidd a star. I think Takeshita is going to win the title. Excuse me. Yeah. That's probably true. How do I think they're going to rehab Shota at this point? And does a win over Mox really change anything? No. A win over Mox doesn't change anything. Shota needs... Right, as somebody just said it, Shota needs an excursion to AEW. That would probably help him. Let's see some other stuff here. Almost spit out my water. Just watching this is just so funny hearing the boos. Has somebody dubbed over it? That is, I will say though, look at that shot though. That is an amazing shot. I will give WWE credit for it. That looks cool as shit. And that is part of the reason why people love it so much. Their fans love it because that looks like a lot of fucking fun. I don't know if I can handle it for 3 hours. It looks like a big headache for me, but I'm old. It may look like a headache for other people too. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else? Who's this guy? Why does he look so angry? Oh yeah, Hogan was hawking his beer too. That's right, he was hawking his beer. He's wearing a MAGA shirt. MAGA powers. That's crazy. Again, I don't do politics. I could care less one way or the other. Oh, look at that. So that's how they did the light thing. Oh, they're on all the chairs. You know, AEW did this before. I think it was the last pay-per-view before the pandemic hit. They had everybody with the things in the crowd, and they never did it. I always thought that was cool. They were the first ones that did it, but this is that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Again, I always give WWE credit for doing that kind of stuff. It looks pretty awesome. Let's see. All right, what else we got here? Let's just check regular. Let me check my feed, see what's going on. Baltimore Ravens. By the way, Ravens, playoffs. Come on, Lamar. It's your year, Lamar. Let's go. Grumpy Omega, AEW, Real Ones, stream Dynamite and Collision on Max in one room and have TBS and TNT in the other room. Do your civic duty to pump up the numbers. Oh, my God. What is that? Oh. I need an explanation of how he went from The Rock hugging from this to Rock hugging Cody. This is SHIT. AEW would be crucified. Yeah, of course they would. Of course they would. Oh, we got this week? Buddy Matthews and Will Ospreay. I'm there. There's Kenny. Screw the LED lights. This is the presentation I want AEW to get back to. Yeah. I mean, that was a different time now. That's 5 years ago, man. That era. That we are long since. I like this one kid. I'm gonna show you guys. I remember this. Hold on. This kid right here. This kid right here. I love his face. He's like, Kenny! That is the biggest Kenny Omega fan ever. Like, watch it. Wait, let me turn the audio off so I don't get. Wait, do it. There. Look at Kenny! Kenny! Oh, remember those days, man. Good times. Oh, somebody's gonna show it. I think this is what they're talking about. How it's the same finish for Mox. So this is from Raw. This is Punk in the finish. And this is Mox. Bounces off. Yeah, it is the same finish. It's the same finish. Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, I guess we know how a match with CM Punk and Roman's gonna end then, huh? That's crazy. Who did this? I gotta give this a thumbs up. Who posted this? I don't even know who this is, but that was cool. I'm gonna retweet that one. That's cool. All right. Let's see. This is the part we're going to take some questions from you guys for the next. How much time I got? I got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Let's take about 5 minutes of questions here. If you guys got any questions, put them down in the chat. I do take super chats. You guys don't have to do super chats. I know people love to do those, but there are super chats in here because somebody asked me last time because they saw one like, I didn't know we could do that. I'm like, yeah, you can if you want. I don't really need it, but it's cool. Let's see here. I don't even know if I get notified of the super chats on here. Do I? Probably not. Let's see. RP Gagus 316 says send shooter. Yeah, I think we already read that one. I'm getting booed, says Hogan. Let's see. Najee Savage says I'm a Ravens fan too. Go Ravens. It's our year, hopefully. Also, last night production was amazing, but it felt like a house show with WrestleMania production. Yeah, it did. 4 matches, a lot of talking, and a lot of advertising and brainwashing. Roll Tide says, looking at Okada as heel now, do you think he would have been good in Bullet Club? No. Bullet Club is best when it's foreign heels. That's the point of the stable. I don't consider House of Torture Bullet Club. I don't consider, no offense to Chris Bay and everybody else in Impact. I don't consider that Bullet Club. The War Dogs is Bullet Club. Everything else is just kind of... They're not even selling that many shirts anymore, so... I mean, that's the reason why we're stuck with the House of Torture, but... It's not the same Bullet Club as it was 5 years ago, as popular as it was, but yeah. Foreplay 2004 says Roman has only one left for Punk. Is the only one left for Punk. Ernie True says, did enjoy the show last night. Wonder if Rock just couldn't hold up in the ring anymore. I mean, Rock's pretty old, though. He's pretty old now. And wrestling is not easy. If I always say this to my friends who don't like wrestling, they think it's like, oh, they're fine, they just bounce off. It's like, it's not a trampoline. Go to the top of your steps, jump off the top of your steps, fall on the floor, even if it's carpeted. Do that 20 times a night, every night, or not even every night, 3 nights a week for 5 years, and see how your body feels. Wrestlers go through a lot of pain. I know I can barely think if I jam my finger into something, it's like, let alone have to continue to perform and remember my spots and all that stuff. So I always have appreciation for wrestlers, what they do. Ernie True says, my dad just got a 12-pack for $6. They aren't too bad, actually. Pretty cool. Foreplay says, missed the beginning. So how did you like Raw on Netflix and the Roman solo match? Seth and Punk, as I said, for WWE is a match of the year contender. Their show is too much for me. It's too much messaging and advertising and flashing shit in my face to try to make me think I'm seeing something exciting when if you had... go back to the pandemic era. The reason why AEW did so well against WWE back then is because the crowds weren't there. And when you had the Thunderdome and you watch Raw and SmackDown and then you watch AEW from Daly's place, AEW was clearly the better show. So without all the blah, WWE can't hold a candle to AEW, but the WWE universe, as I said, is as much a part of the package of WWE as anything else. They are part of the show too, so that's why WWE does so well. Their fan base is definitely holding them up. Hell, why not have Shota not only take an excursion to AEW, but also join the Death Riders? Shota and... it would be kind of... you gave me a good idea there. It's Shota and Wheeler Yuta kind of fought for a spot as the young boy of... Yeah, Wheeler could be really pissed off that Shota could come in. That'd be a good angle to take. Quantity says, let's go Ravens. Born and bred from Gaithersburg. Nice to see you, man. Gaithersburg, about 30 minutes up the road from me. All right, let's check out the... Oh, wait, hold on. Walker Stewart indicated something that Evil would quit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what also happened on New Year Dash. Evil is not in... He's not in the New Japan anymore. Evil said afterwards he's leaving. They did indicate that you're probably not going to see him. I'm thinking that he's probably just going to one of the other companies, whether he's going probably Noah or All Japan or DDT or something like that. It's the same thing that happened with Suzuki-gun when they exiled Suzuki-gun and then they came back like a year later for that big return. It's probably going to be the same thing they're going to do there. All right, let's see what else we got here. Casino Gauntlet. Ricky Starks. Still haven't heard about their... Oh, wow. Oh, no. It's a flat fee, Phil. There is no high-pressure money situations anymore. The money comes from the streaming and the Saudis. It's not 1987 anymore. Oh. Well. Oh, yeah. Chad Gable's going to be taking on Penta apparently next week. So that'll be cool. Huh. All right, so... We're going to take a dip from wrestling. I have not watched this yet. So we are going to check this out. I'm going to check out the Fantastic Four trailer because I have not seen it yet. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to check out pieces of it, I guess. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Let me know what you think of it. Galactus, okay. Oh, that's right. Robert Downey Jr. is now Doctor Doom. I forgot all about that. All right. That's a desperate Hail Mary attempt by Marvel too to bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Pablo Pascal. He's always in everything now. Who's Johnny Blaze now? Okay. This is going to be fun. Reed Richards. We don't need to be gods to fight for what's Silver Surfer. I heard the Silver Surfer was a female now. Oh, that was it? Oh, there's a new Fast and the Furious too? Oh my god, a new Mission Impossible. Man, Fast and the Furious 11? There's 11 Fast and the Furious movies. The WWE of films, the Fast and the Furious franchise. Captain America Brave New World. I want to like it, but I have a feeling I'm not going to. Let's see what you guys got here. That trailer didn't do much for me, but... Oh, wait, is there a post-trailer thing? No post-credit. All right. Fine. There's a leak. So a new report about the Fantastic Four first. This guy looks like Will Ospreay. Which is very interesting. On top of that, if this scoop is accurate, then this report combined with things that we already know about the film seemingly reveal a good chunk of information about the opening scene of the Fantastic Four. Okay. You got anything here? Why are we showing that? Oh, John. Is this not... I saw John Campio's name. I was about to throw up. So what? We're doing multiverse. Who's this guy? Oh, he's playing the thing.
Went into space, and we've seen a lot of reporters talking to them in the footage that was shown by Marvel. That all probably means that they're already relatively famous. But after coming back from space with superpowers all of a sudden, defeating bad guys, that'll make them super famous, which is kind of a part of their history. They actually become quite famous by defeating Harvey Elder, aka Mole Man, in the comics, and it sounds like that might be the route that they're going to go in the MCU as well. So I think they're
not bad. I mean, we'll see. My faith in Marvel movies is so... I mean, I like the fact that they're going to do Galactus. Although I don't think we saw Galactus in that trailer. Yeah, then they're doing a female Silver Surfer. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay. That's fine. Wait, what? Is this an 8? Street saying 4 wrestling matches on a 3-hour show. How good it feels to be all elite. That's funny. All right, well, Punk running his mouth, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think we've seen enough about that. One last thing I wanted to look at is this NVIDIA chip, because I've been hearing a bunch of stuff. Everything went down today. Boy, I got creamed today on the market. I was not happy. I was not happy today. Every day cannot be a winner, though. So NVIDIA, apparently, they are releasing this new graphics chip. What the hell is this?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
What?
I thought I was worthy.
Oh boy, that's every time I think wrestling is cringe, and then it's not the only thing that's cringe. So this is the new one. So anyway, they've got a new graphics card, the new generation of graphics cards, and apparently the base model is only $500, around $500, which is crazy because I have a GeoForce RTX 3090. And that was Bad Boys. That was like 2 years ago. That was Bad Boys like $1,500. So they're making a much faster graphics card for $550. I'll be all for it. Not really quantum computing. There's Chris Evans. Or Chris Evans. Chris, what's his face? One of the Chris's from Marvel. So yeah, oh, there it is. Holy wow, NVIDIA just killed AMD. Yeah, they did. Yeah, $549 for the RTX 5070 4090 performance. $549. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They're going to sell a lot of those. And yeah, they're going to kill AMD. So the presentation was just terrible, though. All right, let's see what's going on back here in the chat here. User says, why do they have Fortnite in the middle of the ring while Dwayne is drunk driving? Because money. Black Fox 7777 says, a lot of people didn't like the first viewing of Captain America New World. I've heard that too. It wasn't that good. I'm waiting for a trailer on Monkey Paw Productions' new movie, Him. Yeah, I saw that. That does look interesting. What's up, Ghost Lawyer? Good to see you again. Can't believe they booed my hero Hulk Hogan. Well, it was L.A. L.A. is a very blue city and a very blue state, and Hogan is the MAGA powers now. So it was mostly political probably, but also Hogan's not. He's done a lot that make people boo him. DJ Crimson Steel says, female Silver Surfer? Yeah, I'm going to pass. I'm done with the representation. Or what is Critical Drinker says, the message. Yeah. I mean, it could be. I mean, it's comic accurate. There was a female Silver Surfer, but I don't know. I'll wait to see the movie. The trailer, again, didn't do much for me. Jareed Henderson says, I believe Punk left and caused all the drama in AEW because he couldn't hang with their roster in the ring. I truly believe that. Ghost Lawyer says, apparently NVDA is also doing a bunch of free how to make your own AI courses. They are. You're better off. There are plenty of better courses, though, to learn AI. Scotty Boy, what is he? I have no idea what he was holding. I guess it was supposed to be an example of the quantum chip or whatever that they were putting in there. It was good. And Vanilla Marquis says, I just upgraded my PC to a 4070. Nice. Opinion on Jason Momoa as Lobo. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't see him as Lobo, but he could do it. He could do it. He could pull it off. I do think it's possible. So, all right. So we got 5 minutes left on the show today. So I think I probably will be doing these a lot more frequently. This is the greatest picture ever, though. This is the greatest meme from last year. I never get tired of seeing this. This shot just always makes me laugh. Hey man, sipping whiskey in front of a Swerve's burning house. It just makes me laugh every single time. Let's see. Home. Anybody else here? Oh gosh. All right, we're not doing that. Politics stuff. Let's see what old Hunter had to say about this. do I follow Triple H? I don't think I do follow Triple H. No, I don't. All right, let's see what he had to say.
Was because this had such like this vibe of like a WrestleMania moment, we almost had to approach it as like almost, I hate saying standalone event, but you almost kind of had to approach it like a standalone event.
Now, he just said, well, what you guys just said, it felt like a house show with WrestleMania trappings around it. So Triple H kind of admitted to it there.
You know, there's things on here that a little bit led you to next week, and will storyline-wise lead us to further things, but it wasn't necessary about that. So I think when we get into next week's show, you'll see us get much more back into episodic and how things lead to the next. As far as how do you follow it, it is the question you ask after every big thing we do here.
I mean, you follow it with more of the same stuff. I mean, it's working for them right now. I say wrestling is in cycles. They are leaning so heavy into the melodrama stuff, though. I'm already seeing like 3 years. It's going to be 3 years. They're going to do well for 3 years, but I think that's probably the cap on it, that fans are going to start getting tired of it. Because you know how wrestling fans are. We get tired of. There's like a window. If you look at every hot era in wrestling, rock and wrestling era, the 80s Crockett era in the NWA, the early era of the NWO and WCW, Attitude era, New Japan's era in the 90s when they were hot, New Japan's era in the 2010s when they were hot, TNA when they got hot. They only last like 3 to 6 years. And it's like you got that 3 to 6 year window when a company gets really hot, and then it runs out of steam. And mainly is because people move, stars get older, the taste of the audience changes, something else is hot, or somebody different has a new hot angle. Right now, WWE has a hot angle. They have a lot of hot angles going on. But I think it might be a mistake, the fact that they're going so far into admitting, hey, this is a show and storyline and storytelling. Because I'm sorry, but if I want a good storytelling, I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to watch a good movie. I'm going to watch a good TV show. I'm going to read a good book, read a good comic book. It's not really why I watch wrestling. I mean, story is part of wrestling, but I go to watch a wrestling show to watch wrestling matches. And if it feels like it's out of balance, is what I guess I'm saying. Because storylines definitely are part of wrestling. Obviously they are. But I think the balance might be getting a little bit off. But again, that's just me. And right now they're doing well with it. So I'm not going to, for heaven forbid for me to tell WWE how to make any money. They know how to do it better than most. So, I like I said, though, I do think there's an expiration date on this melodrama era that we're in right now. All right, so we're going to wrap this up here. I'm going to read a couple more of you guys' comments here, and then I guess I will see you guys later on this week. I won't be on tomorrow. Might be Thursday. We'll check back in after this week's Dynamite. Ghost Lawyer says, I covered that one. Scotty Boy says, I'm not sold on the Fantastic Four movie yet from that trailer. Also, opinion on the Chris Charlton situation, because I find both funny and sad at the same time. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, Ghost Lawyer. I guess you can rewind. I have a kind of a lengthy explanation of my thoughts on it. If you want to discuss how The Rock just killed a Mania match, that's true. Black Fox 777 said, I still laugh the fact they showed Space, but later on went back to him because they didn't show the title card. Yeah. Scotty Boy said, Wrestling Core is the wrestling, not the melodrama. Yeah, that's true. But, they mock the fans they mock the hardcore fans, and I don't know why this is with wrestling. When this boom period is over, when every boom period ends, and all the casual fans have gone and they moved on to something else that's popular, the people who are still keeping the lights on for all the wrestling companies are the hardcore fans. The hardcore fans are the ones that buy all that crap that y'all sell, the title belts, the t-shirts, the posters, they buy the pay-per-views, they buy the subscriptions, They go to the shows. They take the souvenir chairs. They get the toys. All of that stuff. The bulk of that side of the business that they're doing, again, WWE is more business to business, so most of their money comes from Saudi Arabia, Netflix, all that stuff. But as far as their customer business to customer model, it ain't the casual fans spending $1,000 a month on WWE merch because they're casual fans. It's your hardcore fans, and hardcore fans eventually do move on and want to see different kinds of wrestling. So that's the way it goes. So, all right, so that's it for today. We are up on 7 o'clock. So thank you guys for checking out episode 2 of the Rantin Review. We'll, again, like I said, I'm going to try to do these as frequently as I can. I'm trying to talk to some people. I want to get some guests on. Some of you may remember Jana. I'm going to try to see, because she's into a lot of different wrestling now. See if I can get her on. I'm trying to get Coco Sports. I'm going to try to get Dave. I'm going to try to find a time where I can ask Dave to do it, because Dave's in Japan. And he's been watching a lot of All Japan. He's been going to a lot of All Japan shows, a lot of Pro Wrestling Noah shows. So I definitely want to get his perspective on stuff as well. And probably some other people in the future. But if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. And until next time, I will see you guys here for more news, rumors, and apparently live streams here on the Rantin Review. The Rantin Review, period.